Welcome back, guys. We got more Adam Calhoun and Tom MacDonald on the channel today.
Yes.
The last song that we did was Black and White, I believe.
Yep.
And that was featuring Dax as well.
Yep.
And this is off the Brave 2 album, which was just released. Tom has really been, well, I guess Adam as well, has been all over, dropping everything.
Putting out a lot of music.
A lot of material.
Yes.
And the reason actually we're doing this one is because I noticed that it was also trending in like the top 20 on YouTube for music as well.
Nice.
It was one of the few hip hop songs that I saw on there, if not the only one. So it tells you obviously they're doing their thing and doing it well.
Well, I've liked both of the other ones that they did recently. So.
Yeah. So race war here. We'll see what we're gonna get to. It seems like it might be a similar topic of black and white. So as always, I enjoy listening to Tom and his lyrics and making you think. And yeah, so you're ready to check out what he's gonna say on this one?
I am. Let's do it.
All right, let's roll.
It's okay to be racist, as long as you hating on the Caucasians, teaching white kids that their shade's the same as school shooters and rapists. Maybe I'm tripping because the white children have been getting taught that they got white privilege by the white guys in the high heels who identify as the white women. I'm not proud to be white, but I'm fine with it, because I'm not allowed to have pride in it, because the colonizers and the white bigots made white history my business. I ain't never gonna give a damn if you like me. I ain't gon' trip when they stereotype me. I'm a white boy, and a white boy like me knows that all lives matter. Bite me. When I was younger, they taught me to never see color, to treat every man as if he was my brother. But now that we're grown up, we hate one another for all of the ways that we struggle and suffer. They coming for blood and we running for cover. The government wants us divided and dumber, addicted and drunk in the gutter, so we never wake up and never recover.
Whew.
Sheesh.
Man, he's saying a lot. We're 30 seconds in.
It's already killing it.
Yeah, but I'm having a hard time, because like normally when he does when he's saying something, he's not rapping as fast.
Yeah.
This one, he's been picking up his tempo quite a bit more recently.
Yeah.
So it's really kind of hard to take in all the bars that he's saying.
Run it back.
The last one he was just saying basically, right, like so far, and that ending portion of that bar basically saying that, trying to confuse us so much that we get into a stupor where we're, in the gutter and then we don't realize what the hell's going on. We wake up and we're disoriented. That's kind of what he said without saying what I said.
Yeah. I feel like there's, a lot in there too about like this white privilege idea, but the guilt around that and, like how that, we're taught in school and stuff to not look at color and everybody's your brother, but then we grow up and we're all divided because now all of a sudden there's this white privilege versus, other color and everything.
Yeah. Well, let's listen to what he said again.
Rapists. Maybe I'm tripping because the white children have been getting taught that they got white privilege by the white guys in the high heels who identify as the white women. I'm not proud to be white, but
right. So he's saying right there, for example, right, like you're taught that you have white privilege by white people in a lot of regards. I don't necessarily think that's entirely true, because I think that there are a lot of people from all races saying that there's white privilege out there, right? Whether you agree with it or not. I think that's, it's not just white people that are saying that, but I get what he's saying, that there are a lot of liberals on the left that are saying these things or speaking about topics that, while they're in, they're throwing their stones, and they're in their castle, right? They're far removed from the situation, right?
Yeah.
But I'm fine with it, because I'm not allowed to have pride in it, because the colonizers and the white bigots made white history my business. I ain't never gonna give a damn if you like me. I ain't gon' trip when they stereotype me. I'm a white boy, and a white boy like me knows that all lives matter. Bite me. When I was younger, they taught me to never see color, to treat every man as if he was my brother. But now that we're grown up, we hate one another for all of the ways that we struggle and suffer. They coming for blood and we running for cover. The government wants us divided and dumber, addicted and drunk in the gutter, so we never wake up and never recover.
Right, so he said through that like whole section there, crazy flow as well, cadence and flow is crazy. Basically saying that he recognizes all lives matter, but they're trying to paint it as a certain picture in a certain light, and specifically probably him in a certain light that he doesn't think that way. And the government, as one example, is trying to divide us all, and so that we get ourselves in a situation where we can't do anything about it.
Yeah.
Call me culture vulture cause I rap good. I don't pop Zans or smoke backwoods, but they call me a wigger and label me Hitler and hate like I'm wearing a Klan hood. It ain't left or right or black or white, it's good and evil. Elite folks hate normal people. United we stand and divided we fall. America, we gotta get real. You were segregated, that was not fair. You were enslaved, they did not care. But you were never on a plantation and my generation was not there. That's trauma in your DNA, causing what we see today. I pray to God you staying strong, don't wanna see no man in pain. You white folks, I'm embarrassed. Some of y'all are such Karens. That prejudice you inherited was racism from your parents. Get that poison out your veins. Whites and blacks are all the same. They want us in our graves, just let me try to explain. I swear they want us in a race war, dying every...
All right, we'll give him a second and go on the hook there. Yeah, so I mean, adding more to what he was saying earlier, in that I think he highlighted towards the end that there are some people that would fall into the category of being, you know, a racist or whatever.
Yeah, they inherited from their parents.
Yeah, and to get out of that way of thinking, because you were taught in, you know, ways that are dated and in the past. But in light of that, basically saying, you know, he blended both things together there and saying that, you know, nobody's on a plantation today, right? Nobody's putting people in plantations today. So, you know, that's part of the past as well, right? So the same, you know, categories that we're trying to label people to be, you know, evil from the past, right? They don't exist anymore. And then the same people that are being taught, you know, or were taught from previous generations that are living today in the present are basing those past ideologies, which don't make sense, in being racist on the past. So I liked how he blended and transitioned that together really creatively. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Do you want to add anything? I've been running my lips quite a bit.
No, I think that's like the main, like a big thing that stood out to me is just like how he had mentioned, like, you know, nobody who's in our generation right now was alive during those things happening, right? So to have whatever your perspective is on either side of it just doesn't make sense, because the world is not in that same place anymore. We've evolved so much past that, right? So don't put us back in that place. Right,
and it seems like there are a lot of people out there today that want to rehash things to divide us, right? To be like, you did this way back then, you did this, and you didn't do this, and whatever. It's like, you know, you and I had no bearing on what happened, you know, 100 years ago. So, you know, it's kind of, you know, ridiculous to get somebody, you know, divide people based on something that they have no control over, right?
Yeah, for sure. That was like another lifetime.
Whites and blacks are all the same. They want us in our graves, just let me try to explain. I swear they want us in a race war, dying every day for whose lives matter more. I won't be dying in the race war. Our government is paid for, 'cause our lives matter more. If you born black, you lose. Might as well go get that.
All right, we'll let Adam go in a second. I just want to make a comment that I'm not in love with the hook. It's not bad, but I didn't, you know, absolutely think it was great. I really did like the hooks on the past couple that we did, American Flags. That was awesome.
Black and white.
Yeah, I thought this one, I actually heard, he has a song with Tom MacDonald, I think that's called The White Boy, which is pretty old. I was during my workout or something like that, it came on. So we won't be doing a first time reaction to that one. But this reminds me of that. It sounds pretty similar in terms of the topic that he's discussing, some of his lyrics and the hook as well. So I don't know, you know, it does remind me of that a little bit.
Oh, interesting. I've never heard that one.
Yeah. So anyways, we'll let Adam see what he's going to do on this one.
Because our lives matter more. Go get that. You gon' die before you 25, get shot over your shoes. You gon' get killed by police even when you follow the rules. If you listen to the news, you gon' believe all this is true. I ain't feel no white guilt. They don't ride for me when I'm killed. I guess white lies don't matter, sad, but that's...
So they must have...
Edited version.
No, it's definitely not edited completely. It's just they probably edited out that word, which was... a little risky, I'll say.
Yeah.
I'm not going to repeat it, but anyways, I don't know what YouTube's censorship mechanisms are, but I think we know, starts with an N that he was saying, not the other N word, but N-O. Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
Yes.
It rhymes with news.
Yes.
Our government is paid for, 'cause our lives matter more. Go get that. You gon' die before you 25, get shot over your shoes. You gon' get killed by police even when you follow the rules. If you listen to the news, you gon' believe all this is true. I ain't feel no white guilt. They don't ride for me when I'm killed. I guess white lies don't matter, sad, but that's the way that I feel. I feel like they feel like I don't know what they all call me. Cis white male, bigot racist, he's a Nazi. That's not me. I'm not one of these white liberal commies who think black America needs allies in their army. Your neighborhood
Adam's coming with it on this
is
one.
obviously, like, like we said, there's a couple of, controversial points in there, but I think that this is my favorite of his, like, delivery thus far.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Yeah.
Like, he's spitting on this one.
Yeah.
Out of the songs that we've heard, he's going in.
Like, his cadence is good. I feel like his actual, like,
bars
have a lot more, like, meaning behind them in this one. And he's piecing it together really well. Whereas, like, some of the other ones, I feel like, maybe he was just kind of, like, talking a lot about, like, more of, like, that gunplay kind of stuff.
That was what we said in the other ones. Yeah. But no, he's coming with the bars for sure on this one. Heavy hitters. And, it's interesting because I think he's taking the approach like he's not going to be a victim. Yeah. Right. So, and he said that in the beginning, like, you could, if you were, viewing these things in a certain light, you would perceive yourself as being the victim.
Yeah.
But he's saying, I'm not going to perceive myself as the victim, right? And this is the way I'm going to carry myself, and highlighting that, it's probably in the best interests of everybody for them not to do that, right? Whatever your circumstances are, you're going to have to try to do your best to get yourself out of that situation, whatever color you are, right? So, that's going to be your best way forward, right? But he's bringing, like I said, some heavy hitters, and especially towards that back end of that bar there. Well, I want to play it again.
Still, I know white people who can't afford to pay their light bill, who might feel like.
Wait, did I rewind it? No, I didn't.
No.
Call me cis white male, bigot racist, he's a Nazi, that's not me. I'm not one of these white liberal commies who think black America needs allies in their army. Your neighborhood's all gated, claim you pro-black, but you faking. Guys are dying on the pavement, all your hashtags won't save them, that ain't gangster.
See that line right there? Like, I like that pause, and, like, obviously alluding to the fact that we got social media warriors through and through that are acting like they're through the cause. And I've said this to you, like, long before any of this stuff was at the forefront, that, like, I got so sick and tired of people, the cause of the month, and everybody makes their post about it, or makes their story on their Instagram or Twitter, on whatever. Yeah. And it's like, yeah, I'm supporting the cause here. It's like, no, you don't give a shit.
Nothing in your life is changing.
Yeah, you don't actually care, right? And, I think, like, that's a really valid point that, they're calling out, is that people act like they, they care until, it's in your backyard, and then you're like, no, I don't want any part of that.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, for sure.
For their lifestyle, I know white people who can't afford to pay their light bill, who might feel like they the ones who losing their life, when the worst thing you could be is not ashamed to be white. White privilege is a system they position for division. If you black, you go to prison. If you white, your life is different. Take some money, race religion, sprinkle in some ammunition, and make everyone believe that the other team is the villain. I ain't pro-black, I ain't pro-white, I'm pro-American. Every color turns to bones one day when you bury them. Whites and blacks are all the same. They want us in our graves. Just let me try to explain. I swear they.
My goodness, Adam killed that.
Yeah, he did so
He
good.
went in.
Fire.
That bar too there, what did he say? Skeletons are all the same?
Yeah, like they all turn
at the end of the day, your bones.
If you're white or you're black, your bones are the same color.
That's like facts on facts. Yes. Like, I mean, like, nobody in 50 years after your dad's gonna remember what color you are, because you're just
archaeologist is dusting your bones.
You're just gonna be bone. I mean, he said in that verse, right? He's like, not pro black, pro white, right? He's just, same thing as Tom was saying, right?
Not pro black or pro white.
and at this point, like we were saying, in today's day and age, like, the differences between us are, minuscule, and they try to make it bigger than what it is. And those differences end up being so big because we're divided, right?
Yeah, because they're getting emphasis placed on them all the time.
Yeah, and not so much on what the actual issue is. It's just we create more of an issue by spreading it apart. But anyways, I was just going to say, like, my personal, like, based on what some of the stuff that Adam was saying, is like, my personal experience with some of this stuff is, like, growing up, I was into hip hop, I was into R&B, I was into reggae. I, had a lot of black friends growing up. I was a rapper myself, right? Like, I was in that culture pretty heavily, and, like, I had a lot of friends, like I said, that, I didn't even think, like, basically what Adam's saying, like, I didn't even think any other way other than, like, we were all just boys.
Yeah.
Right? And so, but I was, like, a person that would be at a time when things hadn't been so progressive and where we are today, I was a person that would stand up and say something and, you know, for my friends and support them and be an ally, quote unquote, like he was saying in this one, like, you know, people don't need that anymore in their neighborhoods and stuff because people are just doing it on Instagram or whatever. They're not really doing anything at all. But at that time when it wasn't so progressive, right, I was, you know, somebody that would be talking about the culture a little bit more, or, you know, when there were certain situations where equality was an issue because we hadn't moved along so far yet, I would be a person that would be saying, you know what, like, chill, bro, like, why don't we talk about this for a second? Why don't, you know, you see kind of this perspective or whatever, right? Yeah. And I'm sorry for rambling, guys, but I'll try to wrap this up pretty quickly. But that was, you know, where I was previously, right? But then as life has gone on, you know, basically what they've said in this song, right? You're looked at as the enemy now, regardless, because of your skin color.
Yeah, nobody knows anything about you as an individual person, your past, your experiences, what you've advocated for, none of that. Right.
So I'm now an enemy. Like I said, before I was an ally and I tried to be that way. But no matter what I say today, it doesn't matter. I'm automatically deemed something.
Just because of your skin color.
Yeah, whether you're black or you're white, right? And so that makes me not want, I'm not saying that this is my feelings now, but I'm just saying that, like, it makes you not want to be on that side of helping everybody and be a part of the all lives together, all kind of stuff. Because if you're like going to be on the other side and like, you're my enemy, it's like, why am I going to help you at all? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, if you want to be an enemy, then be an enemy, right? And so for me, that's why it's like, basically what they're saying in the song. It doesn't matter whether you're black or you're white. If you want to be my friend, you can be my friend. If you want to be my enemy, you can be my enemy. That's it.
It's up to you if you want to divide yourself or not.
Yeah. If you want my help, I'll be there to help you. Whatever. If you're, you know, a friggin' Pokemon, if you need help, I'll be there to help you, right?
If you're a Pikachu.
You know what I'm saying? If you're yellow and you're a Pikachu, I'll be there to help you. I don't care, right? But it's the people that care so much that are the problem.
Yeah, and on both sides, right? So
yeah. So anyway, sorry about that, guys. I'll let Adam finish this out now.
I believe that the other team is the villain. I ain't pro-black, I ain't pro-white, I'm pro-American. Every color turns up bones one day when you bury them. Whites and blacks are all the same. They want us in our graves, just let me try to explain.
I swear they want us in a race war, dying every day for whose lives matter more. I won't be dying in the race war. Our government is paid for, 'cause our lives matter more.
They want us in a race war, dying in the streets. Should be us against them, but it's you against me. Ain't nobody gonna win, everybody gonna see that the color of your skin don't change the color that you bleed.
I swear they want us in a race war, dying every day for whose lives matter more. I won't be dying in the race war. Our government is paid for, 'cause our lives matter more.
sheesh, straight fire.
I'm not going to say anything else. I've spoken enough in this video already. Do you have any other thoughts that you'd like to add?
Not really. I thought it was really well done. I really liked this. I would agree that like the hook wasn't my favorite out of all of them, but I don't think it was like bad by any means. I just didn't like love it.
Yeah.
But I feel like all of the verses and, you know, everything that they put into those pieces was just like straight fire, lots of facts, and it just brings awareness, right? Like even at that last little bit where he was singing, like saying that like, you know, your skin color doesn't change the color that you bleed. And at the end of the day, it should be, you know, us versus the people trying to take advantage of us as the population, not us dividing ourselves within the population, right? So.
Yep.
Good job, guys.
All right, that's it from us today. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Just remember to hit the like button and hit a comment for us. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't done so already. As you can see, The Brave 2 is out now. So if you guys want to go and get that, you know, support the cause, support the movement, support good artistry, then we totally would recommend that you guys do that. So That's it from us. We'll be back soon with another one.
See you guys in the next one.